Assalamualaikum, everyone.
Assalamualaikum.
It's a pleasure to be here, and we're really excited to share some of our recipes with you all. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for allowing us to be on this program.
Just to give you a little bit of background on Elchi Chai Shop, thank you so much, Auntie, for the intro. It's exactly what we are. We are a chai shop run by two sisters here in Toronto. Inshallah, one day we will expand. So everyone keep us in your prayers. So inshallah, today we're going to show you how to make a few dishes that we make in the shop. Okay, so today we're going to start with the Baraazi, and I think y'all have the recipe already for the Baraazi. Yeah. So I'm going to just quickly demonstrate. I've cut everything already. So we've got our tomatoes and onions and chilies. It's a very simple recipe, really. There's not a lot of spice in it, as we would normally have in most of our Indian dishes. So as you can see, we have just basically our salt, turmeric, our onion, tomato, and chilies. And then we have our coconut milk, the most important ingredient in this. It's a very simple recipe, but it's great for breakfast. It's great with mandazi, which is what we traditionally have it with in East Africa. But parathas, bread, anything goes with it. So basically what we're going to start with is we're going to saute the onions. And once they're golden, then we're going to add in the other vegetables. Saute that a little bit, let it cook, and then we're going to add in the pigeon peas, which is, this is what I usually use. It's 540 milliliters in size, so you have a sense of how much you want to use. So you're going to open this up, drain it, wash it, and keep it ready for cooking. I only used, in the recipe, I did say 1 or 2 chilies. This is approximately 1 chili. It's about, let's say, a full teaspoon. It depends, as you know, with chili, it varies, right? It depends on how spicy it is. Some chilies are not as spicy as others, so it's all up to you how you want to do that part of it. So we're going to get started here. Okay, so I'm going to pour in just a little bit of oil. And I usually don't wait for my oil to get hot before I put the onions in because I'm scared, but it works fine, just as well. So I'm going to put in our half to 1 cup. I did about 1 cup because I do like the onions in the Baraazi. So this is about 1 cup of onions, which we're going to saute for a little bit. So you want to keep your heat at about medium-high, not too high, and you want to continue stirring. I'm sure you all know how to saute your onions in your own way. So while this is sauteing, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the coconut milk. So I use, I'm not sure what the brands are in the UK, but here we have a brand called Grace, and they have a pure coconut cream as opposed to sometimes the cans I find have a few too many additives. So we try to use the pure coconut cream just because the flavor is better. And because I use it quite often, this is what I end up having in my fridge usually when what's left over. Clean your onions until they are golden. We're getting there. So I had it on slightly high heat, which is why I'm continuing to stir constantly because I don't want it to burn. So now I'm going to add my tomatoes. And my chili. Like I said, feel free to increase or decrease the chilies depending on how spicy you like things. basically I used was about that size. I don't know if this really shows you size in terms of like in scale to my hand, but that was about what I used. So now I'm just going to add in my turmeric, which is a 1/4 teaspoon. Right? It's about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. And half a teaspoon, I'm going to do half a teaspoon of salt. Again, this is to taste, so if you feel like you need more, feel free to add some more. So we want to cook this on medium until the tomatoes are soft. And again, I'm going to continue stirring a little bit. You can add a little bit of water here if you feel like, you feel like it's sticking too much, or you just need a little bit of liquid in there so that the tomatoes are a little bit softer and cooks a little bit faster. So add a little bit of water. Basically, you want to wait till the tomatoes are a little bit, I guess, mushy is the word. But just you want to soften them up. So as you can see, our tomatoes are pretty soft. And so we are ready to add in the pigeon peas. Sayyeda's just going to wash and drain them. And we will add that in. And then it's pretty simple. You're adding in the pigeon peas, you're adding in some water, bringing it to a boil, and then you're going to add the coconut cream, bring it to another boil, and you're done. And because of the coconut cream, it will thicken. So this is our pigeon peas. You can see they're basically brown. They have like a black eye almost look to them. Yeah. So this is our pigeon peas. We'll put it in here. I'm mixing all that up. Makes it a little quicker as well, right? So I'm going to add in a little bit more water. And it's about half a cup of water for this amount of pigeon peas. So this should come to a boil. So remember, because your pigeon peas are canned, they're already cooked. So really you were just cooking the onions and the tomatoes. You're putting in the pigeon peas. You want all this to come together, so you let it come to a bit of a boil. I'm going to now add a little bit of water, like you said, in here just to soften it up. Our coconut cream. And this is really what makes the There's your Baraazi. So we're just going to bring this to another quick boil. And because of the coconut cream, this will thicken once it cools down. So you can either, if you want it to be a little bit more liquidy, you're going to add water when you serve it. Or if you like it more dry, some people do prefer it dry because it's easier to, I suppose, eat with the mandazi. So you can leave it dry, but this will thicken up. And I'm going to now let this go for just another few seconds and then turn off the stove, and it's ready to serve.